Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to do a video on the surest way that you can stay poor. And I'm sure it's something like most of us are guilty of in our lives or still guilty of. And that's judging people with money and just having a generally hateful, bad attitude to money. And it's so easy to do, like when you see somebody and they are super wealthy, and I hear a lot of people thinking that they should be fixing everybody's problems and they should be donating all their money, or they should be solving climate change, or they should be giving all their money to poor people. The thing is, in my opinion, it's absolutely pointless giving somebody money, like absolutely pointless, because the best thing you can actually do if you want to help somebody is teach them how to generate money, or teach them how to shift their beliefs around money, or give them the skills to make money. Like those kinds of things are helpful. But if you just give somebody money, it will just leak away, because if they don't have a vibrational ability to hold on to that money, or they don't know how to make that money work for them, it'll just go and they'll just be back to square one. And you see it all the time when people win the lottery and within 2 years they're broke again. And the thing is, the more money that you have, the more that takes to look after as well. So once you start to get millions of pounds, or hundreds of millions of pounds, then looking after that money becomes a full-time job. And otherwise, it's amazing how quickly you can lose a lot of money. And actually, I love lately, I've got a travel channel where I've started exploring and traveling and sharing my vlogs, trying to use my old photography skills in some way. And I love the National Trust properties. I don't know if anyone's been to them or anyone's a member, but I love National Trust properties. That's my cat. So they're basically properties that are, super grand and opulent and luxurious, and they are the National Trust properties tend not to be abandoned. They tend to be fully furbished, and I love them because you get to really look at how people lived, how these people lived at these times, and they're all left as they are. A lot of them have the original furnishings in and original ornaments. I'm gonna have to put my cat somewhere. It's better. And what you'll find is that somebody at some point generated mass wealth, because some people don't really have any problem with this. They just, this lifetime for them, making money is very easy from a young age. Some of us, we have to work really hard to shift our mindset and our vibration on it. And, some people, they just come here and that's not a pattern that they really have to deal with. They've got other stuff going on, but money is very easy for them. And what we have to also, I want to add on here, is that, our life is between us, our pre-arranged soul lessons that we wanted to work through this lifetime, and source or God or whatever you want to call it. So we can't go around judging people that find it very easy to make money and they can generate massive amounts of money. That's their path. That's the path they chose. That's the path their soul chose for growth in this lifetime. And that's between them and source, and it's got nothing to do with you. For us to judge that path is just a waste of our time. And I'm not saying we don't do it. I still do it. Definitely not perfect, but I'm aware of it. And eventually I come back and I make the realization, I make the connection. But back to the National Trust properties. So what you'll find in almost all these properties is that somebody in the family just had this ability to generate these massive amounts of money, and they'll have these incredible mansions and manors with woodlands and acres of land, and then they'll pass it down, and they'll pass it down with some wealth as well, and that'll keep running for maybe 2-3 generations max. And then what seems to happen is the families run out of money and they have to sell these properties. And that's because the people, the rest of the family members didn't have that thing, And these properties are incredibly expensive to run, incredibly expensive. And this is why mostly family wealth does just return back into the system, because it will run down And, you know, after 2 or 3 generations of people that just don't have that earning capacity of that one person that created all this wealth, and it will drain away, and then the repairs will become too expensive, and the money they got left will now be not worth very much, because 3 generations down, your £10 million is now not worth really £10 million. It's probably worth £1 million or something like this. And so these people end up donating them a lot of the time to the National Trust. They don't even sell them, they donate them, because they simply cannot afford to do the repairs that are necessary to make that house livable in. So they actually often end up, like I said, donating the properties. And this is what happens when you give a lot of money to somebody who doesn't have the ability or vibrational match to generate it themselves. So first and foremost, giving money to people, in my opinion, kind of pointless. Yeah, sure, you might feel drawn to give a little bit. There's nothing wrong if you feel in your heart to give something, but really what really is going to be helpful is fixing that vibrational pattern with money and the mindset around money, or giving people the tools or the skill set to be able to generate their own. And honestly, when I see these National Trust properties, it's such a reminder for me that simply being given generational wealth, you know, it does often last 1 or 2 generations, but that's it. It's not enough. It's not enough just to give money. But back to the hatefulness, you know, a lot of us, we seem to have like a lot of judgments on how much money is too much money. And the irony with that is, to some people in third world countries, any of us in the Western world have incredible amounts of money, but I'm sure that doesn't mean that we all just want to give everything we have to those people. You know, it's always relative. It's always relative how much money you have, how much money you need, how much money you feel you need in life or you want. And the thing is, money is an energy. It's unlimited, and we can manifest, you know, unlimited amounts of this money. But if we have hateful feelings like, oh, if you've got too much money, it's selfish, it's greedy, then you're really just repelling money. And the thing is, a lot of these hateful attitudes we have to people that have a lot of money, they're just serving as blocks from us generating our own money. And the thing is, when you have money, you can choose what the hell you want to do with your money. You can help people with the money, you can build systems with that money. You know, money is a fantastic tool. And I think a lot of people have, in the spiritual community, have so much hatred of money that we keep it away from us, or so much judgment of people with money that just creates, it stops it flowing. You know, when we have all these negative feelings about people with money, or what it means to have lots of money, or why, or judgments about how wealthy people are spending their money, then yeah, we are just creating blocks and resistance to bringing it in. Because actually we bring things in when we have gratitude and joy and we're excited about it. So it's much better to, you know, get excited about people with lots of money. And the thing is, it just highlights who you are. Money just highlights who you already are. If you're generous, you're going to be even more generous if you have money. If you're kind, you're going to be able to, you know, put something behind that kindness. If you're innovative and you want to do things that change the world, you'll have more oomph. If you're greedy, you're just going to be more greedy, and you're going to have more money to be greedy with. It's not going to change who you are. It's just going to amplify who you are. And I really think that, you know, people that can make a positive change, really, it would be great if we stopped hating and judging people with lots of money and almost saying that it's wrong for them to have it, because yeah, it's just creating terrible negative stories. It's going to keep money really far away from us. And actually my boyfriend really knocked this into me, because I have so I don't mind people with lots of money. I've never really had a problem with that, but I have judgments sometimes around the way people get money. So I have this big thing where I don't like talentless people making money. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't name names, because I don't know if you get like strikes for things like that, but you know, sort of families that just, or bloggers that literally just take selfies or stand in the mirror. You know, I don't mind the odd selfie, But I like to see somebody's working on a talent or a skill of anything, actually. It doesn't matter what the talent or the skill is, but I guess a little bit more than sort of selfies or just standing there. Even if it's filming or photography or whatever it is, I like talent. And I really, really judge people that, you know, and get upset when people make money out of nothingness, in my opinion, or from like sex work or being overtly sexual, because I just don't like that either. And I really have a lot of judgments around this. And yeah, my boyfriend was like, you're a hater, you're just blocking your own money source. And I actually agree. And even though it's difficult to hear in the time, but there's nothing wrong with, you know, if you don't want, if there's somebody that you don't really like, not that you don't like them, but if you don't like what they're offering, don't watch them. I mean, that's the surest way, right? That's why I've not had a television. One of the reasons why I've not had a television for like 21 years now, because I don't want to fund overfund a lot of the things that come on there. And if there's people that I know making a lot of money on YouTube for very controversial opinions that I don't really like Andrew Tate, for example, I've never ever watched one of his videos. If I want to know something about him, like who he is, I'll watch someone else who shares his videos so that I'm not giving him my viewer money, because we do have control of where our money goes. But beyond that, it is so freeing to just let go of it, just accept that that's his path. He's there making money off his views, and that's fine. You know, if he triggers people to come and respond and to engage, that's their path, that's his path. And if we can just sort of send love to that and observe it and just not be part of it, if we don't want to be part of it, then that's actually going to be far better for generating our own wealth than, you know, sending all this like, you shouldn't be getting this and I can't believe it. Just negative energy, just going to keep us and money with massive distance between us while he's getting on, cracking on, earning it, you know. So that's something I've really, really learned this year. I'm sorry, this is probably a bit waffly, but I've really, really learned just to stop hating people with money, to stop judging how people are earning their money. That's their path. With Source, with God, they have other problems in their life that they've chosen to work through, or other lessons. And maybe some lessons with having lots of money, you know, as well. And the sooner that we stop making judgments, attacking, criticizing, and thinking that they should be doing all these things or that they shouldn't be earning that money, you know, we're just creating more distance from us and from money. Far better to focus in our own lives, send them love, and have gratitude and inspiration for people that earn lots of money. Just because we don't like what they do with their money, when we generate our wealth, we can do something different that we want to do with our money, you know. But money is just an energy. It's not something to be hated. We don't go around and judge, you know, how people use other forms of energy, that, they're running too much, they're painting too much, you know. It just seems to be, money is a very controversial topic. And I think a lot of the people hating on wealthy people don't have money themselves, else they probably wouldn't be spending all that time sending hate that direction. There's no quicker way to know who's not got money than to watch how their opinions on wealthy people. You will see very clearly that other wealthy people are not going to sit there sending hatred and judgment on wealthy people and saying they shouldn't have money. So that's the way to find the person in the room that doesn't have money. They're the ones hating the people with money. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this topic, and I will speak soon. Bye.